Don't Breathe is the latest horror to be classified as an instant classic. Can anything really live up to that title? Let's have a look at the movie and find out. The basic premise of Don't Breathe is these three kids break into a house to steal this money, and they find out that this was not the right house to break into. That's the plot, as simplified as I can make it. The three kids who break into the house are made up of Money, a wannabe gangster guy who pretty much is no good. Then you have Rocky, his girlfriend, who comes from a broken home and wants to make some money to get her young sister and her away from this horrible environment. And then you have Alex, a guy who doesn't fit in with these two, but he has a real crush on Rocky and just kind of runs about with him like a lovesick puppy. Now this movie wears its references on its sleeve. It's quite obviously made up of all these different kinds of great movies. It references The People Under the Stairs, Alien, Panic Room, Cujo, and even just a little bit of Blind Fury in there. Or it could be the fact that I really like Rutger Hauer. No, it does have a bit of Blind Fury in it as well. One of the main things that I wasn't keen on with the movie itself is the characters. There is four main characters. You've got the three that break in the house, and you've got Stephen Lang as the blind man who's just residing there. And the movie starts off, you've got these three kids who break into his house. And you don't like these kids really because they're not nice people. And this guy's just living his life. He's had a hard time. They tell you his backstory. It's not the best one. It's a sad tale. And you don't know who you're sort of vying for. I was really wanting the blind guy to kick these kids' asses because, you know, they broke into his house to steal these things. And then the movie makes quite an obvious flip at some point, and it points out and says that no, this is a bad man. This is why he's a bad man, and you should be hoping that the kids are going to survive and do this. But then you have four people and none of them are really nice. So one is maybe worse off than the other three, but still, ultimately, they're still just not nice people. One of the best things about this movie is the atmosphere that it creates. It takes about 15-20 minutes until the kids get to the house, and that feels like a little bit of a slog, but as soon as they enter the house, the place is just full of atmosphere. It's foreboding, it's creepy, it's spooky. You're generally worried. You don't really know what's going to go on inside this house, and I felt extremely uncomfortable, and that's before anything had really happened on screen. Now, I was worried when I seen the trailers for this that Stephen Lang's character of the blind man was going to have like super senses. He could hear this and could smell that and blah blah blah. That doesn't quite happen in the movie. Quite often he's unaware of what's going on around about him. He'll hear small noises and he may think there's things here and there, which is really good because I'd have been a little bit wary of the movie. I don't think I would have I liked it as much if he could instantly sense it where everybody was. There's some really nice scenes in this as well. There's one that's almost kind of infrared in the basement when he turns out the lights on the kids and he's chasing after them, and he obviously knows the layout of the house and they are, you know, in pitch blackness. They don't know what's going on, they don't know what to do. It's a really cool and really interesting scene. It's well shot and it looks different. It's not like your usual night vision shots which are covered in green or that. It's kind of monochrome. The movie's quite short as well. It's under 90 minutes and it's the perfect length for a horror movie. It draws you in, hits you with all this creep factor, doesn't overdo it, and then leaves pretty quickly as well, leaving you satisfied. The movie could fall into the trap of repetitive behaviour, but it manages to sidestep that really nicely by creating these different aspects that they can do. You know, they crawl into the air ducts at one point and you think, oh god, right, we're going to spend the rest of the movie kind of crawling about these, but they don't. They do one scene and then they move away from that. They don't really go back into it again. Overall, I found Don't Breathe to be a really enjoyable, really atmospheric, quite scary, quite creepy movie with some really good performances. The characters, although they weren't the nicest characters on the planet, their motivations were clear enough to you. And although the movie takes some left turns as well, it kept me guessing. I didn't know where it was going to go. I'm going to give Don't Breathe 4 out of 5. A really enjoyable movie, a really great genre movie, and something that this summer's been desperately in need for. It's a great night out at the cinema, some great entertainment, and if you go and see it, I'm sure you'll love it. Let me know in the comments box below what you thought of Don't Breathe, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film. So thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you notice on screen, there is 2 more videos that you can click and watch. There is also a large subscribe button at the bottom of the screen if you would like to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.